today's CISO chat brought to you by Dynamic CISO. I have with me today a very seasoned information security professional. Please welcome Rishi Rajpal, Vice President, Global Security Concentrix. Welcome, Rishi.
Thanks, Shipra.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking out time to join us for this chat today. I want to start by asking you that, over the last 1 year, the whole world as we have known it has changed. From your perspective, what have you observed as that one big change in your outlook or perspective towards cybersecurity in light of the new reality that is the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, so Shipra, one big change that I have observed, and considering Concentrix is a global company, we've realized a fact that work at home works, right? Uh, if you ask me personally, my personal myth has been broken. I always thought it is very difficult to work at home, but looking at last 1 year, we've been successfully working at home and delivering results for our customers. It's been a tiring journey so far. Basically, we had to do so many changes, so many information security angles we had to look at, making sure that people are working safely from work at home. But I think that's a big change that we have observed, and obviously it is supported by government and large OEMs to provide us solutions which are predominantly very successful from work at home.
So what you are saying is that things that we earlier believed are not possible have been made possible today, and essentially, in your case, for an IT services company, working from home is something that was probably unthought of in some sense, but that has been made possible today.
Absolutely. And actually, a lot of customers who are not looking at this as an option, obviously, necessity is the mother of invention, and projects got accelerated, and the show must go on. That was the punchline everybody had. And we were kind of making sure that the show must go on securely, right? So, so, so if you look at that, I mean, uh, I think yes, you're right. Work at home works in a lot of geos. That has become a truth, and honestly, I don't see that coming down in a couple of months or few months in the coming time.
Right. Now, going forward, there is a need to revisit and test the robustness of your cyber resilience from a long term perspective. So, how are you looking at it, and what steps are you undertaking towards building greater cyber resilience within your organization in line with the changing threat landscape? Now, this could be, creating awareness exercises, strengthening your incident response, or further strengthening your SOC. I mean, these are things that you've already been doing, but going forward, how are you now looking at cyber resilience from a long-term point of view?
So, Shupra, cyber resilience is an ongoing journey. I think if somebody says that they have achieved the highest level of maturity in cyber resiliency, that may be not a true statement for anyone in this world, right? Because the threat landscape is changing so dynamically. Considering that everybody realized that large workforces are working at home and people working at home are more vulnerable as compared to bricks and mortars, and some of the stats are mind boggling when it comes to phishing attacks, social engineering attacks. So what we've done is we've done the hard work. We've sent people home. We've made sure that we have all the controls on the endpoint, and basically our platforms are adapting to home collaboration, right? All that is done, but it will continuously evolve as a journey, right? So uh, we will continue to evaluate threats, and we will continue to basically enhance our cybersecurity robustness and posture. So today, working at home, we may see one threat looming very high. Tomorrow there may be another threat. Day after tomorrow there's been another threat, right? So suddenly cybersecurity is in the limelight because of COVID-19 and pandemic. There are a lot of investments that are going in the cybersecurity function. I see that increasing day by day, and we'll continue to evaluate new technologies as they come in that will support secure work at home. And one of the actually challenges, Shubha, and I say that in every forum, technology wise, people can still say that I have put in all the endpoint security controls. Now my asset is safe. What about physical security? We had so much controls in office. Nobody was allowed a camera phone and stuff like that. How will that be handled? Now we all accepted that risk uh, knowingly because we wanted the show must go on, and now we will see a lot of investments going in to mitigate that risk so that uh, proctoring, so employees get proctored while they're working at home, and if we see a violation, right, then an email or an alert gets triggered. So Concentrix is investing heavily on that. So we've launched our own platform called Secure CX, which takes care of this risk.
Okay, that's interesting. So can you tell us a little bit more about this platform? When did you launch it, and what all does the platform do?
Yeah, so we launched it last year. So, and this is to mitigate the risk related to physical security. So basically, what happens is uh, while you log on to deliver for Concentrix at home, you get monitored from a webcam, and then there are rules defined. So, for example, if you click a photograph while of a screen, then the alert gets generated. If somebody comes and stand behind you, kind of shoulder surfing, then an alert gets generated. If you move away without taking an official break, then alert gets generated. And obviously, if somebody else comes in place of you in front of the laptop, then the alert gets generated.
Okay.
So those are some of the business rules, and they will continue to evolve. That's one aspect. And obviously, I see investments going in threat intels, right? People will subscribe to a lot of professional feeds in terms of threat intel so that they keep abreast of the latest changing cybersecurity landscape.
Yeah. Very interesting, the platform that you described. And like you said, necessity is the mother of invention. So, I mean, uh, actually, the kind of solutions that CISOs and InfoSec leaders are going to come up with are going to evolve as the threat landscape also continues to evolve. Now,
Absolutely.
coming back to the threat landscape, what do you see as the top two or three risks for organizations in 2021 and your suggestions for mitigating those risks?
Uh, I see employees are our biggest strength and they can be probably the weakest link. So I see social engineering attacks getting high. I definitely say that phishing will remain high as it is today, right? And and we will continue to see rise of ransomware in the organizations because there are no boundaries, right? So once you are on the end point of the employee, you eventually can laterally move in the network and go into the core infrastructure of the organization. So I think those are I would say, the top three threats today.
So, any suggestions in terms of mitigating these threats? An overall framework that you would like to suggest, or key pillars that you would like to suggest for organizations to mitigate these threats?
Yeah, maintain a good education awareness program and move away from traditional PPTs or e-learning platforms. Make it situational awareness learning program for the employees. And you can also differentiate your program based on the target audience. Your accounts payable can have a different program versus your rest of the employees, or your IT employees can have a different program versus the generic lot. Plus, I think phishing, maintain a strong anti-phishing program, maybe multiple programs to have defense in depth, and uh, uh, and maintain basic hygiene. Right. One of the challenges that a lot of organizations are facing is machines are at home, they're not able to patch, they're not able to update, right, and that becomes a vulnerable point. So maintain basic hygiene irrespective of where the machine is, and I think we should be in a good shape.
So I think the basics actually need to be first taken care of before they can actually build more technologies
Correct.
or more programs on top of that. If the hygiene layer itself is missing, then I think none of these evolving technologies or programs
Absolutely.
will work. Absolutely
Absolutely.
right. Yeah. So also, you did talk about some of the things which are on your priority list. But as a CISO, if I were to ask you, what are your top 2 or 3 priorities this year in 2021? What would those be?
Uh, I would say continue to evolve my work at home program, continue to look out for solutions which strengthen and provide security to my work at home program and enhance security and provides assurance to my customers. Uh, Enhanced my uh, cyber threat intel program, my feeds, and obviously continue to strengthen my security operations center so that and bring in a layer of orchestration, right? So I mean, maybe I'm dependent on humans right now, uh, but the requirement today is to take immediate action against any alert, right? And so train my machines to take those actions. So orchestration will also play a key role. So those are my priorities.
Great. So I want to wrap up with a very personal question to you, Rishi. Now, if we really look at it, more than anything, the year 2020 has truly tested the mettle of everyone, and especially the CISOs who are being seen as the biggest catalysts for enabling, new digital platforms or enabling omni-channel for their organizations. So, in what ways have you seen the CISO role evolve in these past few months, and how have you seen yourself transform as a leader as you dealt with what could be termed as the most difficult and extraordinary period in your career? So,
Yeah,
so overall, CISO role transformation and your personal transformation over this last 1 year.
yeah. CISO roles have really transformed, right? I mean, we've always said that CISO needs a seat in the board, and somehow this period has uh, really CISO has come in the limelight, right? So basically, whether it's approvals from the customers or ensuring security of the asset as it moves home, and uh, and all the key decisions. Now, gone are the days when CISO used to sit behind. It is like coming in the front table. So a lot of, I would say, uh, security is a toll gate. So basically, even if you sign a new business or anybody signs a new business, uh, security can be a key decision maker, right? So whether you get the business awarded, so security to security talks are happening, right? So which was not the case earlier. So we are no longer a support function. I think you can call them as an indirect revenue generation function. So that's the transformation I see in the CISO role. Personally, I think I've learned a lot in this year, although I may not want another year like this because of the number of hours that me and my entire team has put in. But I think uh, philosophically, I think it has taught us empathy and kind of, and I mean, how to bring in the team together during the tough time. That has been a key learning, right? And the objective that we were driving within the team is that the more people we send home, the more lives we save, right? So it was not really target driven that we will send 500 machines today or whatever, right? Try for as much, because the more people can work from home, less will be the infection, and we will be able to save human lives. So that angle really played a key role. and and I see uh, myself becoming more customer facing, more business facing, and alignment to business rather than running a silo function where I see security is my top priority, nothing else, right? So it was very, very strongly aligned. And I've seen first time where business and security integrated so well together that at the end, everybody is saying that industry wide, security as a function or IT as a function is so tightly integrated with business.
Right. Thank you so much, Rishi. You have put it very well. And while we all have learned a lot from the last year, everyone, we all wish and hope that this year doesn't get repeated again, and we
Absolutely.
hope that we can soon see the the pandemic going away. Thank you so much, Rishi, once again
Thanks.
for taking out time to talk to us. Thank you.
Thanks, Shipra. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.